Hi. So, hopefully this video is just getting released later tonight. It might be released tomorrow because I'm recording this rather late in the day because I had a busy day today. But, if you guys have been on the internet at all, you probably know what today is. June 30th, 2023. Exactly 1 year since the video So Long Nerds aired on Technoblade's channel. And honestly, today was weird. Because throughout the day, when it went through it as I normally would, nothing really stood out. Until I watched Tommy's video. And it kind of all just came back. As you can probably tell, my current YouTube shtick takes inspiration from a couple of current YouTubers and streamers that are still on the platform today, or used to be. Some of my humor and one of my biggest inspirations to start on YouTube and to stream on YouTube is Technoblade. Obviously, my inspiration for my looks was Rambo, and just a lot of what I do now comes from others that have inspired me. Now, Technoblade. I was genuinely there before his death. I remember watching his VR video and wondering, oh, I wonder when the next part will come out. I'm so excited for this. You know, it seems like such a good video. It was so fun. He seemed to be having so much fun in it. And then the next video that came out was that one. And let me tell you exactly where I was that day. So, if you haven't watched my New Year's VOD, in the edited version, I added a cheeky little message, which I will hopefully add here. And basically, gist of it is, the person I'm dating is Sam from Hi Out Sam. That's official. That has been a thing for a while. That was our kind of subtle message to it. I don't think anyone's caught on to it yet. But there you go. There's the explicit proof. And I was on call with her in my house, in my room. We were just talking, shooting the shit. I was scrolling through YouTube, which is just something I do whenever I talk to her, just have something going on in the background so I can more easily focus on the conversation at hand. And I go down and I see that video. So Long Nerds on my TV, because that's where I was watching YouTube. And I first saw it and was confused because, well, the last time I saw a video like that was him saying that he had cancer. So, you know, while we're still casually talking and, you know, shooting the shit, having fun, I click on the video, and the first thing I see is Technoblade. Now, I didn't know that that was Technodad, and I hadn't seen Technoblade's face before because I hadn't like gone back or anything. Because in my eyes, it was let me wait until he posts his own face reveal again later on down the line, and wait until he chooses to show that more, or respects his privacy anyway. But I click on the video and I see that. My first thought is, that's Technoblade. And God, I wish it was. So I mentioned that to Sam, and our conversation just stops. It cuts. We stop talking, and I play the video. she didn't even get to watch it. She just had to listen through my mic. And I played the video entirely without saying anything until the letter at the end, where I was the one reading it aloud to Sam. And in that moment, that's when it kind of, clicked. It was real. It happened. He was gone. After that, I had to leave the call with her for a bit because I needed some time to sit in my own thoughts, to know what I was feeling, to know what everything in my head was. And I went to my brother, who I'm not going to reveal who he is, but I went to him, I talked to him, and just kind of sat there realizing what it all was, realizing what all of it meant, realizing that he's not coming back. And after I talked to him for a bit, I then went to our back porch and sat outside for I don't even know how long. It was late at night, so I was sitting just out in the dark. Saw fireflies in person for one of the first times I remember. I'm not gonna say some symbolic shit like, oh my god, it was Technoblade giving me a sign. He didn't know I existed. I wanted to become a channel member or buy some of his merch or something, but in that moment, and still currently, I don't actually have money. And when I do have money, I will be buying his merch. That will probably become a part of my whole get up. But I'm gonna just take this off real quick. I don't know if you can still hear me. Don't know if the mic turned off. It did not. Technoblade is one of the people that I mentioned myself that when I get older, I would love to talk to him once. And I realistically knew at that time I'd never get that opportunity, even when I did get older. Because as I get older, he would get older. He'd probably stop streaming by the time I was that age. He'd probably just stop doing YouTube altogether. And I suppose I'm technically right, just not exactly in the way I was hoping. I'm not scripting any of this, by the way. So my long pauses are genuinely just me thinking. Just thinking. The community Technoblade made. Why were people shooting off fireworks 4 days before the 4th? I don't know. Anyway, the community Technoblade made before and after his death is amazing. Because he managed to turn a divided group that the Minecraft community was, and that even non-Minecrafters were, and he made an impact. And you get to see most of that impact, sadly, but he made one. On me, on all of my friends, on everyone I know, he made some kind of impact. They knew his name. They knew who he was. They knew what it meant that he was suddenly gone. They knew the impact that his death would bring. And Sarcoma Foundation, that is another thing. I haven't researched it myself, but I've heard that after his death, they got more donations. Maybe not more donations than they ever had before, but just so many donations, so much money. So much money went into the foundation that was dedicated to stopping the kind of cancer that killed him. And I remember for a good bit after his death, everyone was almost hoping that it was a joke of some kind, that for some reason he thought this was funny, and that we could all just laugh it off and continue with our days. And then it wasn't. There was never the punchline, there was never the end of the joke, there was never anything to let us go back to normal. There was no video to look forward to the day after. There was no video to look forward to through his god-awful upload schedule. There was nothing. He was just gone. And a year later, I think everybody is still kind of wishing it was a joke. That tomorrow we can, go outside. Not go outside. Tomorrow we can go on his channel and see a video uploaded saying, haha, guess what? I'm alive. But it's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. We're never going to get that again. We might get little clips of unreleased things, but not once are we going to get a new video from him recorded after June 30th. Today I rewatched his VR video, because one thing I do want to eventually do is watch all of his videos from day one to now. But I've realized going all the way that far back, I lose attention very fast, and if I try to watch the same exact thing for a long time, it doesn't exactly stick. So it's been slow, but it's been there. And rewatching his VR video, at the very end he says, "See you next time." And I wish we did. I realize now I'm kind of just rambling on, trying to find something to say, but I don't think I have much more to say. If I could, I would sit here and talk for hours, but that'd be filled with long pauses and repeated words and circling thoughts. So I'm going to save you all that trouble. I'm going to end the video now. But before I do, a few things to say. If you have the means to, go buy his merch, go become a channel member in his channel, and go donate to Sarcoma Foundation and the One of Us charity. And go watch his videos. Technoblade never dies.